Welcome back, Pokemon fans. Angel of the Night here. We are back again with some more Pokemon Scarlet. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's been a little bit of time since I actually played this game save. And I'm just trying to figure out exactly where we are and what we're trying to do. I know you guys are like, Corey, I just watched the last episode and like, you're doing this. It's like, that's cool, but last time I recorded this was in April. It is now, well, April 21st was the last time I recorded. And today's episode is being recorded on... Oh, geez, what is today's date? June 1st. Wow. All right. We've got a little bit of work to do there, guys. We got a little bit of work to do. I think we are trying to find all of the signs, if I'm not mistaken. Now, along the way, we are trying to capture some Pokemon. But we could technically just go right to this location here and get the last signboard. But we should probably explore this area here. I'm sure there's a lot of Pokemon and a lot of items to gather. So we're going to do that. Now, there's a Kirlia. So let's go ahead and try to capture this Kirlia here. That way we don't actually have to evolve the Ralts. Let's go for the Slam attack. Ooh, Draining Kiss. That's going to hurt. Tyson, what are you doing? Okay, I'm going to try a Great Ball. Just to see what we can do with the Great Ball. So as of today, I just started doing a little bit more recording. Finally got some time. And we actually finished up with recording our Let's Go Pikachu series. Which, to be honest with you, needed to get finished up. I started recording that back in November. And we ended up facing Trainer Red today in that episode. So I'm very fortunate to be able to have that time to be able to do that. Now, lucky for us, I think I've got a couple of hours that I could actually spend recording this LP, and then I'll probably start editing the videos to upload. But we're going to try to capture as many Pokemon as possible. I think we've already got them. Yep, we've already got Mindfu. Oh, a trainer. Okay, let's see here what we got. Macron. We're going to go with Macron in the starting position, I think. I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Kazuki, the festival boy. What a name, Kazuki. Okay, there is a Mankey. Let's go for the side beam here. We should be able to take it. Maybe. Oh, right. I don't have any badges. That would definitely explain why I haven't been using Macron. Come on back there, Macron. Okay, Wellington. Let's go for the Flame Wheel. Okay, we have defeated the Festival Boy. But now that we battled, I guess maybe that makes us sort of friends? Oh man, I am friends with everybody. Doesn't matter who you are, we can be friends. Experience Candy Small, that's a Rockruff. Squirrelbit. And a Tandemaus. Pretty sure I already have Tandemaus. Is that... Ooh, it's a Poniard. Let's see, do we need Poniard? I think we do. There's no Pokeball beside its name. Just gonna throw a Great Ball. Okay, we are gonna have to weaken this one a little bit. Now, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that with Macron. We might actually have to swap out here. Let's go for the Force Palm. Okay, Scary Face is gonna drop our attack stat. Oh no, it's our speed, sorry. Well, that's a shame. Let's go to Tyson and see what Tyson can do up against this Poniard. I don't want to go for the Brick Break because we're going to likely knock him out. So let's go for the Bubble Beam here. We're going to get a little bit of chip damage. Tormented. I can't use the same moves twice in a row. Let's go for the Slam. And we're just going to try a Pokeball here. You never know if you can catch it or not. Realistically, you should be down below the yellow, probably more towards the red and EHP bar, but sometimes you can capture them way sooner than that. Okay, we're going to try the Pokeball there once again. Come on, get in the ball. One of the many Pokemon that we have to capture in order to complete our Pokedex. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Poniard was originally available in the base game, so it's not really a part of these dexes, but we will need it for the base game dex, like the main dex. Alright, we got ourselves a Poniard. Let's see what the dex has to say about Poniard. Poniard will fearlessly challenge even powerful foes. In a pinch, it will cling to opponents and pierce them with the blades all over its body. Now that is a scary Pokemon, if I do say so myself. I would not want to get hugged by that thing. But if it wants to tenderize some, meat that I'm going to throw in the slow cooker, by all means. Okay, we got ourselves a Lemonade. No other Pokemon are available in this cave at this time. So we're just going to back out here. Pretty sure... Do I already have Mankey? I feel like I do. But I'm going to double check. Maybe I don't have Mankey? What's going on here? I do not have Mankey. Well, that's interesting. Okay, let's try to capture this one. We're going to need it in order to get ourselves a Primeape and a Annihilate. Now, that's the one thing that's really cool about this game is that they gave Primeape a regional evolution, or a new evolution. So we're going to try to get that here in this Let's Play as well. But it'll be a little bit later until we can get ourselves Primeape's evolution. We've got a lot of Pokemon ahead of this. There we go. Got ourselves a good old Mankey. It lives in groups in the treetops. If it loses sight of its group, it becomes infuriated by its loneliness. I mean, some people don't take being by themselves very well. Let's just put it that way. I'm sure there's people out there that can relate. Some people like to be around people at all times. Some like to have time to themselves. Really, it's kind of all depends on what you like, right? Now, I think I'm going a little bit further here. I think I wanted to go down to the lake. Okay, let's go to the lake. We've got the Grubbin. We got the Mankey. We've already got the cave back there. Okay, we're gonna come up this way. We're gonna go to the lake area. And there's likely some Pokemon around there that we don't have. I think there's even an Oricorio form there. So we're gonna do that too. And this is actually one of the prettier areas of this expansion. We already got Munchlax. That was the last episode. I do know that. Let's get that Curlia. It'd be really cool if it was a male one, but that way we could go for the Gallade. We actually found the item for it. Oh, it is a male one. Okay. Let's go for the quick attack here. Okay, we're gonna use the Premier Ball. We're gonna see if we can capture it. Nope. We need to go down just a little bit more. But I don't know what I have that I can actually weaken it with. I don't want to kill it. Probably just gonna have to keep using Pokeballs. And, oh, it did use Teleport. That is the problem with that Pokemon. It does teleport. Now, do I have that Oricorio? I do. Okay. Lots of grassy seeds in this area. So if you need it for competitive play, make sure you pick them up. But for the most part, it's mostly Oricorio here, I think. Other than the usual Cutiefly. Might be some Lotads in the pond. Right now it's Yanma. I almost said Yanmega. I just did a battle video with Yanmega. Or someone actually used Yanmega against me. Rabombi. That's a Ralts. That's a Squovit. I see an item up there. Nope. Alright, let's keep going. We're going to go around the pond. As you can see, Lotad are starting to form. Oh, we already have Lotad. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we don't actually have to capture him, so we're just going to back away. Go back around the pond. Another Ralts. That's a Swadloon. We already got him. I think there was a whole event where I did a bunch of Leavanny Swadloon stuff. That's a Charjabug. If you have a Thunderstone, you can evolve him into a Vikavolt, which we do not have at this time. I really just wanted the item. Looked like a shiny for a minute, but it wasn't. That's a Grubbin. There is a TM back here. TM for Fly. That might be helpful later on. You never know. Another Cutiefly. Try to pick up as many items as possible, because you never know exactly what it'll be. Sometimes they're potions, Sometimes they're like health items like revives and stuff, but for the most part it's quite helpful later on in your adventure. Really glad the sun's coming out in the game, because with it being like night or dusk or whatever, I find it really hard to see the game. If it was up to me, I would just have it sunny at all times. I can see it a whole lot better. Okay, there's an item up here. Make sure we grab this. Alright. Go back down the mountain. And there's an item there by the tree, so we're going to grab that. Now, we're going to try to get up into the middle area there, just because that there are some other Pokemon up there. Some that are a little bit of a higher level, but it doesn't hurt to get them. We don't have the ability to really like jump high or climb rocks, so we're going to have to do a couple of like trick jumps. I'm sure you guys are dizzy by me wandering around in circles. Grab as many items as you can. I don't know how to express that enough. Okay, we might not be able to get up on this edge. Might be the other side. Hatina we've already got. I gotta find an edge that I can kind of climb up to. It's probably that one here. There we go. Trick jumps. We're just gonna get all the items we can. Keep an eye out for Pokemon that we haven't caught yet. I think we've caught all the ones in this area anyway. Now, likely some items down there. Remember to check the trees for any Pokemon that could be hiding in it. Okay, we could get down that way. The expansion seems to be all about giving you items and more Pokemon. More grassy seeds. TM. Poison Tail. Okay, that's a good one to have. Is there anything up at the very edge? A Pecha Berry. Pecha Berry. Okay, let's jump down here. I'm not going to try to capture that Kirlia. We haven't been very successful, so we'll just leave it at that. That's an edge. We want to come back over here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a TM or something over here. Might be a TM. Can't remember if it's a TM or if it's a item for something else. It's on one of these ledges. Okay, energy powder. So Ralts. Okay, so nothing really here. So let's keep going. It's a Bellsprout? Oh, I already got him. Okay. Oh. You should spend some time in the wistful fields. If I have to battle you to convince you, I will. Well, kid, you don't have to convince me, but I'll definitely battle you. A C-Dot. Pseudo Widow. Oh yeah, we're gonna swap out. We're gonna go to Boo. Let's get that flame wheel going. There we go. Lotad's down. Although I think it was a lower level than what my Monferno is. Well, did I convince you? I mean, I was going there anyway, or we were already there. Grubbin. Okay, so we are not going up the mountain just yet. We will eventually. But for right now, we're going to try to find Kieran. While we capture and battle wild Pokemon. Do the zigzag, guys. Make sure to get some items. Grassy seeds. Those are really good battle items to have. Especially the grassy seed. Like if you've got like a Grookey or anything that sets up like a grassy terrain, that'll help out quite a bit. The Pokemon here in Kitakami are all different from the ones back in my region. Looks like you're from Kanto. Looks like you've got a Kangaskhan, Charizard, Gyarados, and a Rhydon on your vest. Oh! And it looks like a Weezing down at the very bottom. I never noticed that. But he's got a Galarian Tauros. Not a Galarian. Paldean Tauros. Could you imagine? Galarian Tauros. Yeah, it probably has like this crazy big form for like Dynamax or Gigantamax or something. Clodsire. Okay, we're gonna stay in here. I think I can take it with the acrobatics. But I think I'm gonna have to go for the... Oh, I can't... Oh, I don't have like Terra Flying. Okay. It's okay. We're gonna go for the acrobatics anyway. Still ground type. Actually kind of funny that I said Galarian because I've got a big poster of Galar here over to the right. In the middle I have Hisui, and over to the other side I have Alola. Now I kind of wish I had other maps. I wish I had a couple of like I've got these maps all postered and framed and stuff, but it'd be really cool to have one for Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Kalos, Unova. Oh my gosh. I'm probably forgetting quite a few, actually, now that I think about it. I do have one for... I have one for Hoenn, but it's really, really tiny. I also have one for Paldea, and that too is also extremely tiny. It was actually a lot tinier than I thought it was going to be. It's like about the size of like maybe a monitor. So it's not really that big to be able to put up onto like a wall as like a display. These other posters that I've got, they're like massive. They're like, I don't know, 36 by 32 or something like that. They're like super huge. Don't know if anybody follows me on like, you know, Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, but I've definitely posted pictures up of them. And then behind me, I've got a picture of Detective Pikachu, and then I've got something else from Alola. I think it's the... What do we got? Got a poster for Dynamax, or Gigantamax. I have one for the Ride Pokemon from Ultra Sun. And then I've got another couple of other posters behind me. I can't think of what they are, actually. One's of the Festival Plaza, I think it is, from Sun and Moon. Maybe? But yeah, if I could get the other posters, that'd be pretty sweet. I've also got like a big pop figure collection behind me. I've got every Pokemon pop figure for... Like, I've got one pop figure for every Pokemon that's been released so far for, like, Funko and stuff. I don't really go for the diamond or the fuzzy ones or whatever, or the big giant ones. I just go for the basic ones. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I just got Chimchar and I've got Snubbull actually up at my folks' place. Came in the mail. But I definitely would like to get, like, the giant Charizard one. I really would, but I'm going to run out of places to store things. I'm just in an apartment, eh? And all of my stuff are, like, in totes in the closet. So I'm going to definitely run out of space to store a lot of the Funko Pops here soon. I'm going to have to end up getting, like, a storage locker just to be able to, like, store the Funkos, which is unfortunate. Now, all of them are in a box. All of them are in the original boxing. Although I do have 4 that are loose. But I have duplicates of those ones, that's why. So on the desk I've actually got Espeon and Charizard. Because, I mean, Espeon's pretty cool, Gen 2 and all. Charizard, I started off with Charizard, so, you know, you kind of have to have him. The other ones I have Horsey, and then I've got Scorbunny. So when the Switch came out and Sword and Shield were actually released, I was really big into Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield were actually like one of the better games. I know a lot of people hate these games, and that really saddens me because there's so many good games, so many good stories to be told in them, and so many people out there just hate these games. And it's like, guys, most of the people that hate them are usually like younger kids who don't really understand like just how far these games have come, and they compare them to bigger games. Like, for example, if you take Pokemon and you compare it to, let's say, like, you know, graphics in Call of Duty or something stupid, well, of course the graphics don't look the same. They're two different games, two different styles of games, that's for sure. One is to be more realistic, and the other one is more of a cartoony game that's based around a younger audience. Now, most people are going to say, Corey, you're 37 years old. Why are you still playing Pokemon? Well, my answer to you is why not? Why would I stop playing something I enjoy just because of my age? My age means nothing. All it lets me do is to be able to try to make bigger purchases and purchase things like alcohol. And quite frankly, I don't really do either of those. So yeah, don't try to grow up too fast, guys. Like, really. If you're like a teen right now or you're a kid right now, don't try to grow up too fast. Things don't really get any better. Like, you become more independent for sure, but I mean, you got a lot more responsibilities. And if you're my age and you enjoy playing Pokemon, I understand why you're doing it. It takes you back to a time when things were a little bit more simple. Thank you for coming out to my TED Talk. If those are even still a thing. Okay, Force Palm. By the way, I don't actually know what a TED Talk is. I just hear that that's what it's called. Those things weren't a thing when I was a kid. Back in my day, we still had Saturday morning cartoons. Oh, come on, Macron. You're doing so good. There we go. Got the Force Palm. Gligar. Yeah, we're gonna swap out here. We're gonna go out to... I think we're gonna go to Boo. Now, there should be an item around here somewheres that I can use to evolve a Gligar. And I'm pretty sure it's in a cave in this area, so we're going to see if we can try to find that. We have just defeated the delinquent. A Shinx. Do not have Shinx. There we go. Let's see if we can try to capture this little fella. I'm just going to throw a Pokeball at it. I'm hoping we'll be able to just capture him. Okay, so for Shinx, the extension and contraction of its muscles generates electricity. It glows when it's in trouble. So I am going to apologize to you guys because I'm probably gonna yawn a little bit here and there throughout this episode, or maybe the next. I'm actually quite tired. Okay, let's see here. It's Poniard. Had a pretty lengthy week. So this is a Razor Fang. So I'm pretty sure the Razor Fang... What is the item to evolve Gligar? I'm pretty sure it's Razor Fang. But let's take a look here. I'm going to load up the Pokedex. Gligar. Now I have a neat little app on my phone here. Yep, Razor Fang. So in order to evolve Gligar into Gliscor, you need to have it hold the Razor Fang and level it up at night. So that is one of the items that we're going to need for this expansion to evolve some Pokemon. Now, I don't think we've found Gligar yet, but I could be wrong. Okay, we've already got Timber. So yeah, I've been a little bit tired this week, guys. Had some health stuff going on, some allergy stuff going on, life stuff going on. So if I do yawn, I am sorry. It's not intentional. Good old allergy season starting up. Not really a big fan of that. I actually had so many allergy-related issues yesterday that I couldn't stop crying for at least 5 hours. My eyes were just gushing water. It was insane. Now, I do have some allergy medications for it. They're actually prescribed, but for some odd reason, it did not work. Now, we do have a Pseudo Widow. Now, I don't want to really ruin my chances of catching it just by throwing my only Ultra Ball that I've got. But we are going to weaken him down here. We were lucky with the paralysis. So I think we're going to be able to get him here with the actual Ultra Ball. Trying to get my coffee into me here while we're at it. There is so much caffeine in that mug right now that if I can get it into me, I'll be set for like 3 days. That's a lot of coffee, a lot of caffeine. But I'll be lucky if I actually get a drink. Pseudo Widow. Although it always pretends to be a tree, its composition appears more similar to rock than to vegetation. Okay, we're gonna nickname them as we put them into the party. That way we know which Pokemon we've used and which ones we haven't. Oh, how do I get up there to that? Can I just jump it? Oh, I can. Nice. Didn't even have to do any trick jumps. That is Tailwind. So Tailwind is going to raise the speed of your team in battle. Ooh, it's a Luxray. No, that's a Luxio. Corey. I'm going to take crap from that one. I'm going to be honest, guys. Sometimes I don't remember their names. I really don't. There's like over 1,000 in some. Okay, let's just try to capture it. 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Got ourselves a Luxio. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you can also find Luxray wild. Not in this area, but there's another area here where you can find them. Strong electricity courses through the tips of its sharp claws. A light scratch causes fainting in foes. I do like Luxray, but I'm more so like him in like Diamond and Pearl and stuff like that. Or BDSP as you guys know it today. Okay. Keep going here. If I'm not mistaken, oh, I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure there's a Thunderstone here. Sure enough, we found a Thunderstone. So I can actually use that to evolve Vikavolt. Or I could use it to evolve Pikachu, or an Eevee, or pretty much anything like that. Oh, we missed an item over here. How did I manage that? But as you guys can see, you can find a lot of items if you just pick them up off the ground. Don't make the mistake and not get them, because eventually you'll find enough to, like, use for good. Not evil. A dragon centret. No, thank you. Okay, there's that. This. And that. But yeah, if we're looking at story-wise, if we must actually talk about the story of the games, out of all of the Pokemon games that are out there to date, this one by far has the best story. I really enjoy the story of Scarlet and Violet. Now, I know we haven't actually gotten to the main story yet, and we're just kind of in like an expansion aspect of it, but the story of the main game is probably by far one of the best stories yet. And it shows that Game Freak is really trying to push towards telling the story, which is nice. Trying to get a little bit more in depth with their storytelling. I think I'm going to take Leafage out. Now, don't get me wrong. I also really liked... I really liked Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as well. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know exactly when things are being uploaded or not, but I got a buddy who has a YouTube channel. You guys may know him. His name is Retro Knight, and he is actually currently trying to record Ultra Moon. Now, back in the day, he never really did Ultra Moon. He did a lot of competitive play, but he never really played the story. He got enough so that way you could activate like the Z crystals and stuff. And it was just like the very beginning, activated the verse recorder, and then he basically went through and he hacked all his Pokemon in to do competitive. Now, I'm not saying anything is wrong there, because quite frankly, if all you want to do is competitive, realistically you should be able to do so. But he never really played the story. And I told him, like, dude, if you haven't played this yet, you've got to play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And it's actually really kind of cool that it came up again, because just recently, the Citra emulator is now capable of communicating with an application you can put on your custom firmware 3DS called Arctic Base Server, and it allows you to stream the contents of your physical cartridges and games from your 3DS over to the Citra. Lets you play it in like super high quality 4K res and stuff like that. Your game sync and everything like that. But one of the cool things is that it lets you actually use the Citra room, and you can battle and trade Pokemon with local players. So it's actually kind of a way to bypass the whole thing about the servers being shut down. And I'm like, dude, you've got to do this as a series. Like, you've got to record something with Citra or your 3DS or whatnot, and use like the trade capabilities for the servers and everything. He's like, yeah, man, I'm going to do that. So anyways, he's actually in the process of trying to record that now. And we created him a nice layout and everything, and he's actually doing really good at recording. He's had a lot of things happen that have basically postponed him from being able to record and upload and stuff, but he's trying really hard, and I've got to be like, kudos, man. Like, you're trying really hard, and I push you really hard, but you know, it's nice that you're getting back into the swing of things. Nose Pass. The magnet in Nose Pass's nose provides an unerring compass, making this Pokemon an excellent partner for trainers going on a journey. So if you guys are out and about in the wilderness and you need to know exactly where you want to go, Nose Pass is your guy. He will help you get to where you need to go. Okay, we've already got Luxray, we got Charger Bug already. Let's go up here, we're going to get this item. And we're still traveling, trying to find Kieran. I know I'm talking a little bit more personal in this, and you know what, guys, I don't do that enough. I don't really give you guys a whole lot of insight to me and my life. I kind of keep things very professional, don't I? So hopefully this is me opening up to you guys a little bit more. There's only so many things that I can tell you, to be honest. You never want to give away everything. But I think I'm doing pretty good today. Now, another cool thing is that I actually started streaming again, which is kind of neat. I started streaming Wi-Fi battles for the first time really since 2015, 2016. If you guys don't know, I used to stream a lot on Twitch, and I became a Twitch affiliate. And I was streaming probably about 5 to 8 hours a day. And I used to get all my viewer battles in, battling with you guys. And then what I would do is I would upload all of the matches to the channel, so that way I had some content. Just in case, you know, someone didn't want to sit through like a big, long, lengthy stream. But the biggest thing is I was able to feature you guys in these battle videos. And I started doing it again last weekend. I never had the chance really since. I did like 2 streams last weekend. And gotten a few battles off of it, which was kind of nice. I started uploading them this week. Actually, I've got them scheduled for future uploads. I think they're closer to the end of June, I think. But we got a lot of viewer battles out of it, and we did some Regulation G VGC matches, which is kind of cool. It's where you do double battles, and there's like specific rule sets and certain Pokemon allowed, and it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Lots of fun, actually. And one thing I got to get into doing a lot more is streaming. I find that if I have the time, the free time, I would like to get into doing streaming battles again. And it's because I'm enjoying the communication with you guys. I'm enjoying the company. And I'm also really enjoying seeing what you guys come up with for your teams, because quite frankly, I face a lot of the same people, a lot of the same teams, especially in like ranked matches and competitions and stuff. And it's really nice to see what you guys come up with for your teams as well. It helps me become kind of a better battler, because you're not always battling the same things all the time, right? So if you guys want to see more streams, post your comments down below. I'd like to hear from you guys what you think. So we are actually now almost to Kieran, and we are in, which area are we here? I'm not sure what they call this area. I'm sure there's a sign here somewhere. Okay, that's an earthworm. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, there is a ton of items in this area. I'm not going to go for them all, but I'm going to go for some of the main ones. And I'm also not going to get off my Kieran. Now, I want that Grappler. I'm pretty sure I already have Geodude, but I really, really want this Grappler. That way I can just do a trade evolution for a Golem, or like another Grappler. I don't know why I thought this was going to work, but I gave it a shot. This is really a random episode. I apologize, guys. I'm all over the place. I haven't done any recording of any LPs really in over 2 months, roughly. That's very unlikely, that's for sure. Choose the next Pokemon. We'll probably have to try Wellington. Okay, let's go for that Flame Wheel. Hey, there we go. We've got ourselves a Graveler. Now, I think there's also Vullaby in this area as well. So we're going to want to try to find Vullaby. Maybe Vullaby? I think Vullaby's here. I could be wrong. Graveler, a slow walker. It rolls to move. It pays no attention to any object that happens to be in its path. Now, let's see. I'm really glad that we're actually getting the ability to upload this LP right now. I know it sounds kind of funny, but I'm really, really happy about that. I used to do Pokemon stuff like every day, honestly. Okay, we already have Gligar. But within the last probably year or two, I've been trying a lot harder to get more stuff and more time in. And, oh, can I get that? But I always seem to run out of time to actually play the game. I get a lot of time to, like, edit and record. But when it comes time to, a lot of time to edit my recordings, not actually, like, record. I find that I'm always struggling to find the time to record. Okay, watch out! I'm going through a growth spurt, which means I'm super duper strong right now. Is that how that works? He's got like little bracelets on his arm. I've never noticed that before. It's kind of neat. So one thing I have to say about the expansion here, it's really nice what they did with the actual area of Kitakami. I'll be honest with you, this isn't really how I thought Unova would be like, because Kitakami is essentially just an area around Unova. But it is really cool. I like how much forestry and openness there is, and I think they're really playing on the fact of like how SV really is, like how Paldea is. Everything is like all open concept, which is really nice. But I definitely like how they did these expansions. They definitely did a really good job. Makes you really feel like you're actually out in the open. Makes it feel like you could really choose what you want to do. Like if you want to walk a certain path, you can, but like in the older games, there was only certain places you could go. You basically had to stick to the path and a little bit off of it. You couldn't climb up a mountain. You couldn't really go anywhere as you really wanted. I mean, you could use like a walk through walls code or something, but like that's not really legal. Okay, we have defeated the festival boy. Oh, I gotta help my Pokemon grow too, huh? Probably. Okay, let's go to our bag. We're gonna have to heal up some of our Pokemon, and that's why you want to have plenty of potions and revives and things like that into your team here, in your bag, because that way you can heal up your Pokemon as you go through, right? You don't really want to have to fast travel back to the Pokemon Center every 5 minutes. Now, I know you guys are thinking to yourself, because I'm moving around a lot, you guys can probably hear my chair. An update on that, I haven't found a chair that's actually worth buying yet. Don't really have the funds for any of the big ergonomic ones. There's this chair that I have at work, and it's a really good ergonomic chair. It's like a really nice office chair. And I came across one on like Facebook Marketplace. It was pretty neat. It's pretty good, but someone ended up selling it on me. I was like, yeah, I'll totally take it. And they're like, yep. And then next thing you know, boom, sold. I'm like, no. It's like it was an $800 chair. And I'm like, oh, they were selling it for like $100. And it sold instantly. I'm like, no, my body definitely needs to get a different chair to sit in. All the padding in this one is like totally worn out. Okay, Vullaby. They tend to guard their posteriors with suitable bones they have found. They pursue weak Pokemon. Weak Pokemon? There's no such thing. Every Pokemon is strong. But yeah, no, there was a couple of chairs that I was looking at, but like a lot of the big ergonomic ones are like super pricey, and I just don't have the funds for that right now. I think I've had this chair. This is one of those Serta memory foam chairs, and I think I've had it since like 2014. I think 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. It's well close to 10 years or more. Might be 2013 that I got it. Can't really recall. Ooh, is that a Sandslash? I already have Sandslash, okay. Ooh, is it Jangmo? Is it Jangmo? Is that his name? That's a dragon-type Pokemon. Jangmo. Yep. Okay, I'm just going to throw a Pokeball at it. Let's see if we can actually capture it. But yeah, no, if I could get rid of this chair, as long as I had an equally comfortable chair or higher, I would totally replace this one in a second. Just really hard on the back. Okay, we are going to capture it here. We're going to try to put it in a Dusk Ball. I know it's bright and sunny out and we're not in a cave, but we're going to try it anyway. Sometime I'll replace it. I'll come across one on Marketplace at some point that's worth buying. Come on, get my ball. Nope. I'm actually afraid of knocking that thing out. Go down to Sally. Sally the Salandit. I think it's Salandit, isn't it? Let's go for a Quick Ball. Maybe the Quick Ball can do something. Hi, Milford. What are you doing? What? You want to be on camera? Oh, come here, you goober. All right, here we go, Milford. She doesn't actually want to be up in the camera. She just wants me to go feed her more. Jangmo. The scale atop its head is useful for both offense and defense. It bravely stands and faces its foes rather than turning tail, even if its foes are strong. Yeah, Muford's one of those cats that needs to have like 100% of your attention, and she wants to be basically fed all the time. Like earlier today, I gave them a can of wet food and topped it with like 4 different tubies because they just constantly want them. And it's just like, yeah, you're not getting anything more when you're asking. Like, come on. Can't afford to feed them like that. Okay, let's get this TM here. Taunt. All right. Nope, don't need that one. Okay, let's keep going. Now, I'm sure there's plenty more items that are around. There are so many items in this area. It's like every time you move, there's an item. And the amount of caves that are here are unreal. Ooh, an unbreakable teacup. That's to evolve one of the Sinisties. Not a Sinisty. Poltegeist. No. Might be Sinisty. They've changed so many different names and they've got so many different regional variants out there now, and I'm just like, am I saying the right one or am I saying the wrong one? Okay, rare bone. Okay, I'm just going to get as many items in this area that I can. Get this item. Rare candy, that'll come in handy. What are these up here? Pretty sure I've already got Geodude, don't I? Yes, I do. I know I've got Graveler now, which we just got earlier. Okay. Let's get the last sign. These are the Paradise Barrens. Pretty lonely place, huh? According to old legends, the ogre used to be seen around here lots. Hey, before we check out the sign, could you battle me? Sure, let's do it. Okay, let's heal up your Pokemon. I'm really glad he healed them up because some of them were hurting. This time, I'll win. Alright, Kieran. We are challenged by Pokemon trainer Kieran. Macron. I want to win, so I got this. Now, we are actually at a disadvantage here because we're fighting type and we're bug type. But we're going to go for the terrestrialization here. We're going to go for the Psybeam. That way, if we do get hit by like a flying type move, we're not going to get like knocked out instantly. But if he has a bug type move, we might be in for a world of pain, that's for sure. Come on, Macron. He's got Struggle Bug. That's going to hurt. Let's go to Sally. Oh, I shouldn't have touched my eye. Let's go for the Ember. Okay, almost taking out the Yanma. That was a good hit. I should have thought things through. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Air Cutter. Now, we are a little bit higher level here. So that definitely plays a part. Plus, we also resist his Yanma. He's going to bring in Furret. Now, Furret, there's a big story about Furret. And we'll get into that later on. But people weren't really sure what actually happened to his Furret. in part of the story. But we'll leave it up to you guys to figure out what you guys think happens and what doesn't. But as far as we're concerned, Furret here is a part of the story until we get to the second part of the DLC, that's for sure. Okay, he's going to go for the dig. Okay, Mach Punch obviously not going to be able to do anything here. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure his Furret is faster, that's why we go for the Mach Punch. Okay, knock that one out. He's going to bring in Poliwhirl. Yep, let's swap out. We're going to go to Tyson. Now, Tyson's got that Brick Break and Slam attack, so it should actually be quite helpful. If we went to, like, our starter Pokemon, if we went out to Boo, Boo would have definitely been able to knock it out in no time flat. But where's the fun? Where's the fun in that? Okay, he's going to reset all the stats changes back to normal, which of course at this time there is none. Let's go for the Slam. And then we're going to go for the Brick Break. Okay, Diplin. I think we're going to stay in. Why? Why does it have to be like this? Why? Okay, there we go. Diplin's coming out. He's got his Super Sweet Syrup. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe he also has the ability to like lower our speed. I think. Dragon Pulse is actually quite effective. Let's go for the Slam. You've got this, Diplin. Get them all covered in syrup. Syrup Bomb. That's a pretty cool Pokemon. Let's go to Sally. I feel like Sally doesn't get enough screen time. But I think she's pretty close to evolving too. It might be level 32 or it's 34 it evolves at. I can't remember. Ooh, it's paralyzed. Let's go for the Poison Fang. Well, excuse me, but that was uncalled for. But this Diplin here is actually a stronger Pokemon. Let's go for the Acrobatics. There we go. Okay, we got ourselves Diplin taken out. We have defeated Pokemon Trainer Kieran. It's all 'cause I'm too weak. He's not really weak. I lost. It's because I'm weak. That's why. We should go check the sign. Come on, let's get this over with. If you see a shadowy figure approaching you outside the village at twilight, be wary. Don a mask at once and hide your face. Do so, and whether the shadow is man or monster, you will pass each other by as fellow mask wearers. If you should meet the shadow when you have no mask in hand, then pray that it is only a man. If it is, you will live to see another day, and you will remember to never forget your mask again. But if it's the ogre, you will meet your end, as do all humans whose faces are seen by it. Once it sees your face, your soul will be forfeit, and you shall never return to the village. In the old days, everyone carried masks wherever they went, and the one who made those masks were actually my great-great-great-grandpa's great-great-great-grandpa, or something. That's amazing. I mean, I don't think any of that stuff about the ogre stealing souls is true, or anything, but it is true that our family used to make masks. Our family has a long line of mask makers. Even my gramps can make them. I even heard that the reason we hold the Festival of Masks is because our ancestors came up with the idea. But I don't really like what they wrote on this sign here. Just because the ogres seem sort of scary, everyone got all afraid of it and drove it away. But I'm pretty sure the ogre must have been lonely on its own. Left all alone like that, treated like some kind of outcast. You're right. You think so too, huh, Corey? Want to take one last photo? Hey! He's doing the thumbs up. Well, we're all done with our assignment now. But I've got to get stronger with my Pokemon. I'm going to head home. Okay, guys, that is going to be the end of this episode here today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Enjoyed the story about the ogre and the community. In regards to my random ramblings, I ain't gonna apologize. That was just me being me. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, go ahead and give a big thumbs up. Post your comments in the comment section below. And I will catch you guys in the next episode of Pokemon Scarlet. Take care, have a good one, and peace out.